Hello and a very warm welcome to our latest Record Sport video. I'm Gregor Kyle and I'm joined by my famous namesake, the Daily Record columnist Gregor Tait, and thanks very much for joining me here in the Corinthian in Glasgow, Gregor. Now, Glasgow really has been transformed for the 2014 Commonwealth Games. Gregor, you're living in Australia now. I mean, how big a difference did you notice coming back into the city?
As soon as I got into the city, because I spent a week in Edinburgh before I came over, and Edinburgh didn't really have the same vibe as Glasgow's had since I've been here. It's just been outstanding. I mean, luckily I'm living right in the centre of town, so I do see a lot of it, and there's a lot of people who've come up and gone, I didn't know this was here and I didn't know that was here, and I've just kind of stumbled across these things, and it's just been electric. There's times when you can't walk down the street, which sometimes is a little bit frustrating. You want to just walk along, but you can't because there's just floods and floods of people in the city. Is
this normal for a Commonwealth Games, or is it the case where you've got real centres like the Merchant City, like George Square, that are always just completely mobbed?
I think it is normal, but you're right, there are certain pockets that will always be very busy, and yeah, Merchant Square is obviously rammed at the moment because there's so many little things with the Irn-Bru pop-up store and all the little tents that are around there, and then at George Square with the big merchandise shop and things. So there's definitely little pockets, but yeah, just as I said, just trying to get around sometimes is quite frustrating because you just can't get a free run anywhere. So it's been electric. The whole place is just buzzing, and it's been great to be a part of.
Is it looked good? Does it look like the city you remembered? You know, there's certainly a lot of things that have happened in various areas. Argyle Street, a lot of shops have sprung up specifically for these games. Do you think the city's looked good to the visitors?
I think it has, and my wife, who's still in Australia just now, she was watching the marathon the other day, and she said that some of the places that they ran past were absolutely stunning. And we were on the phone, and I was in my flat, and I heard lots of clapping, and she was like, "What's the clapping?" And I said, "Oh," and that was the marathon that was running past. So she got to see a lot of the nice places on the marathon run, and that shows that it is actually a really beautiful city.
What kind of impression have the people made as well?
I really think that it's been all positive. I really do. I think that there's not been any. I think the only real negative part was that people were having trouble getting to Hampden.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I think the to get out to Tollcross has been easy. To get to Celtic Park has been easy. Even for the athletes getting around, everything is close enough to them. They had the beauty where they could. I think this is one of the first times that you could walk from the village to the opening ceremony. I don't think that's ever happened. So just little touches like that have made it a very successful Games.
Do you think people will come back here now, having seen this? Do you think it will draw people to the city, but also Scotland? Because I think when many Australians that I know, when they come here, they use Glasgow as a base and head off into the Highlands and various other places.
And I think they will, because I think when a lot of people from outside of Scotland would come to Scotland, they would go, "Oh, we'll go to Edinburgh because that's the capital and people know it more." And maybe they don't see Glasgow as what it is. And I think it's always bad if you end up in the wrong part of town. You do get the wrong vibe. And obviously every city has that. So it's I think it's been great because, as I said, there's been some of the places that I've gone that have just been so glamorous and so unbelievable that I forget that I'm in Glasgow because I don't realise that they're here. And it's been really good, and I know that everybody walking around will see all the beautiful buildings and things that you don't get abroad. You simply don't get them in other countries.
Has it surprised you in some ways? Did you expect it to have gone as well as? I know as Scottish people we can be a bit down on ourselves sometimes, but you know, do you think it's gone better than maybe you expected?
I think that was always the hope. It was always the hope. It was that please put on a good show, and I mean the weather has obviously helped. The sun makes everything look better. Doesn't matter what it is. And so I went to the village the other day and somebody asked me how it was, and I said it looked amazing because the sun was shining. Everybody was sitting out, relaxing, enjoying themselves, and that's what makes a huge difference to anywhere. So I think if it had been raining, we might be having a different conversation. But the fact that the sun's been out, everybody's been enjoying it, it's been even better than I thought it would be.